It all begins with two words: I am. Once you use these powerful words, you can begin to manifest everything you desire. From the money in the bank, the house, the relationship you desire. Anything and everything you want. But what exactly is the power of these two words, and how can you put it into actionable steps? Stay tuned to find out more. Namaste, Sacred Masters. I'm Dr. Aiwas Ukehi, Shadow Work NLP Manifestation Coach, and I'm here to help you with your shadow work and manifesting questions, as well as give you tips on new ways you can practice your self-growth. So don't forget to subscribe for Grabovia numbers on Tuesdays, pick a card shadow work on Thursdays, and shadow work manifesting tips on Sundays so that you don't miss anything that can improve your life and find your light in the darkness. Let's talk about the power of I am first before we jump into actionable steps. The word I am is not only the most powerful command statement in the world, it has been used in countless of teachings from every mystic, including the powerful Jesus Christ. He has said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father except through me. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and end. When you think about it, he was using these words of affirmations to proclaim his power. And what a powerful spiritual teacher he was. The beauty of these words is that I am is a word nobody can say for you. It is your very own unique power to declare, decree, proclaim, and receive gifts right from your own head or your own tongue. But beware, people do not realize that I am can be used for negativity as well. You might not even realize it yourself unless you've been doing shadow work and can catch yourself very fast. But people have casually said words like, I am stressed, I am lonely, I am depressed, I am broke right now. Sure, there may be truth in that, but think of it this way. You may say it casually, but the power of these two words are like little pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. Every time you use these words, a little piece of jigsaw gets added into the great picture of your life. Eventually, more pieces are added and they begin to fill up and thus forming the destiny of your life. So, we are going to take the power back into our lives, pick out the pieces of jigsaw that we don't want and fill them back with the life we desire. First of all, get out your shadow journals and let's begin work. If you don't have one, simply take out a piece of paper, but I urge you to make sure that this piece of paper doesn't get lost or someone looks at it. This is only for you and your eyes only. I want you to start using the words I am and begin to write sentences that is true. At this point, be very honest with yourself. This is the only way that this technique will work. Go ahead and write down what feels right to you. I am smart. I am clean. Also write down negative things you believe in yourself. You'll know it when it feels right inside of you. I am lonely. I am poor. Don't lie to yourself right now. The reason I'm asking you to do this, and the reason why this can be easy is this. This will be the last time you write it. So see it as a way that you will be clearing things out. If you're not honest with yourself now, you aren't going to clear it out. If you want to lie to yourself, you're only hurting yourself. So go ahead, pause the video, and begin writing all this down. Write as much as you can. Now, once you got all this down, and you might add more later as you discover new things about yourself, I want you to take out another piece of paper. Take a look at the first thing you wrote and begin to ask yourself, is this negative or positive for me? If it's positive, merely copy it down on a new paper. If it's negative, what you want to do is write the opposite of it. Make sure your opposite is much greater, detailed, and more powerful than the negative you wrote. For example, if you wrote, I am lonely, on your next piece of paper, you're going to write, I am popular, and my friends and relationships are fulfilling and emotionally available. Then, put 3 little boxes right beside it. I'll explain why in a bit. Go ahead, pause the video, and finish it. Alright, Next step, take a look at your first piece of paper, the you that was a few seconds ago. Read it one more time and affirm to yourself that this is the old you. The jigsaw puzzle, where some pieces are jammed in, some pieces upside down, it's quite a mess. And we are going to start over. Burn the paper. It is now over. Make sure you burn it in a safe place like a sink or bathtub. Burning rituals have long been used to release energy and past pain. If you're lucky, do it during the energies of a full or new moon. So, now that you've released the old you, the old jigsaw puzzle is reset, let's go back to your second and only piece of paper now. You see those 3 boxes? I want you to put think, see, and feel as headers of all boxes. Now let's look at the first item on your list with a checkbox, and already you thought it. Suppose that you put I am lonely. Your new paper should read, I am popular and my friends and relationships are fulfilling and emotionally available. Go ahead and think it out loud in your head. Congratulations, you've already made the first step. The next step is that through confirmation bias, availability heuristic, and your RAS, reticular activating system, your mind will begin to see these things. When you begin to see them, first check off the next box. And as you do that, really start to feel grateful for how your life has changed around. Let me give you a personal example of how I use this method for myself for it to work. When my parents divorced when I was 8, my mother was mentally checked out with depression and my father left the country to work. You can imagine what this emotionally unavailability is like for a little child, and I grew up to attract people who are emotionally unavailable as well. I thought I was healed from it by doing shadow work a few years ago, but when my grandfather died a few weeks ago, nobody informed me about it. My own mother did not even tell me he died and there was a funeral. I did not attend. Now, even though I healed my feelings for fear of abandonment, there's still a little insidious feeling inside of me that crept up. It was the feeling of being left out. Wow, this was something new. But the fact I felt down and have low vibrations was a prompt within me that I needed to work on something within me. When I identified how I was feeling, which was I am left out again, I began to change things around. In my new paper, I put, I am included in the lives of those I care about. I read it out loud, checked my first box, and closed my journal. It was only 2 days later that a friend of mine invited me to a wedding. Even though I could not go because I am leaving the country for a weekend for work, I could see that my affirmations using I am were beginning to work. I went back to my journal, ticked off see, because I have now saw it work with my own eyes, and then as I sat with these feelings of gratitude and love, I ticked off feel. When you use the words I am, you will begin to see all these little ticks in your checkboxes. You will begin to see the power of using I am. You can use it not only to heal, but manifest anything you desire. Just use I am. So remember, think, see, and feel. You cannot know it's working until you see. Affirmations are great, but you have to open your eyes and look for the signs that it works, because it does. But keep searching for bad things, and you will see only bad things. It's called confirmation bias. But the law of relativity states that everything is neutral. So the good things are there, you just won't see it if you haven't healed from it. And that's what shadow work really is. When you combine it with the laws of the universe, you begin to see big changes in your life and future. Even if you don't believe in spiritual stuff, healing using shadow work helps you create positive focus in your life and propels you to material action. You don't have to be spiritual to believe that it works. So, what is your new I am that you have discovered? Affirm it by posting on the comments below what your new I am is. End it with a statement of gratitude. In my case, I am included in the lives of those I care about, and I feel grateful and loved within. I'm going to give you a little bonus tip. If you want to supercharge your healing, there is a technique you can do while you're burning your first piece of paper, the old you. You can use the Ho'oponopono, which is a deeply healing age-old practice that comes from Hawaii. It is a beautiful prayer that you can use to release your energies and forgive yourself. This ancient Hawaiian practice of forgiveness functions both as a communication concept and also a tool to use for restoring self-love and balance. People have used it to cleanse the body of guilt, haunting memories, ill will, or bad feelings that the mind fixates on when we are stuck in our old I am narrative. You want to check this video out as I explain in detail what it is and how to use it. It is deeply resonant and can really help you with part of your shadow work to grow into the new you. I'll see you in that video. Namaste.